Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to Curly's Creeping Corner. Tonight's story is a bit of an odd one, but I hope it still piques your interest. It's called Shadows and Eyes. As usual, I will ask that you listen to this in the quiet and dark of your room, with a pair of headphones on, and should you need to keep the light on, that's okay. The monsters appreciate it. Let's begin. When we sleep, we hope that we drift immediately after our eyes shut and our heads hit the pillows, praying that our minds shut off quickly before our imagination has the chance to make monsters of the noises and shadows in our rooms. But as children, we often fought going to bed. I sure did. I was afraid of the dark and the shadows for many of the same reasons I am now. I'm afraid that my mind will warp monsters and demons of these shadows and noises in the dark. Have you ever found yourself staring wide-eyed at a spot on the ceiling while the darkness begins to creep into your vision, making those shadows swallow up the air, suffocating you? That sense of fear beginning to creep in as you look at a pile of clothes on your chair and watch it slowly morph in on itself, revealing a silhouette of someone, of something watching you. And as your eyes scan the form with the determination of a detective in a crime scene, trying to find a blood stain on a piece of fiber on a carpet made of yarn, you feel yourself growing more and more afraid to look at what you think could be the shape of a face. Your heart skips, as you also think you may have found a mouth. Afraid that the longer you stare, the more likely you are to find an eye staring straight at you in the depths of these shadows. And so you turn away. You always turn away. I always turn away, afraid that there may in fact be someone else in the room with me. But that fear, the longer you stay turned away, always turns into something more, doesn't it? A curious desire burning inside to prove that a monster could in fact be real. I always turn around again, hoping to see something in that shadow. But the fear always sinks back in, leaving me stuck in this vicious cycle of tossing and turning in my bed. Till finally I am too tired to continue this chase, and another night passes me by. I worry many of us have carried this vicious routine with us into our adulthoods. But you needn't worry. I figured it out. I found a way to train myself to fall asleep quickly and without worry. And I did it by finally turning around to face the shadows before I slept. All it takes is one look. Just turn around and face it. You'll find the small white of an eye creeping in, and the flash of a pupil adjusting to having finally met with your own eye. That fear of finally seeing something in the dark abyss stare right back at you. It's enough to cause you to close your eyes right then and there. The faint wind of breath directly in front of you as you keep your eyes shut. The air brushing the very tip of your nose. You sleep. Whether from fear or sheer panic, you finally fall asleep. And every night after that, sleep finally consumes you instantly. But I'm getting older, And I'm not sure I'm afraid anymore. I just want to see it one more time. Prove to myself that I did not make these ghoulish silhouettes up in my own mind. But still the fear eventually sinks back in. And just as the shadows begin to move, I turn away. But tonight, I'm determined. I'm determined to let the dark shadows consume my vision and twist and turn until the tangle of those shadows separate and their true forms become visible to my eyes. All this for a little bit of sleep. But I need it. You need it. As you lie awake in your bed, tossing and turning. So what's wrong? Take a peek and look me in my eye. I hope you enjoyed that story. I want to make these announcements a little brief. I will have another episode for you next Sunday. And I will be keeping this up until Halloween. I keep saying until Halloween, but I don't know. Part of me wants this to keep going, so we'll see how I feel around then. That's still basically like 2 months away. So we still got a couple of these to get through. We'll see how long this little burning desire inside of me keeps up. So, a few things. The film is on its way. I'm having a little problem with some troubleshooting, but I don't think it'll take too long to get through. So probably in the next 2 weeks it'll be done and up. I'm a little too worried to give a date exactly yet because I'm not sure how long this might take to troubleshoot, but like I said, 2 weeks probably it should be done. Should be. I know I said August, right? And some stuff happened. Quarantine's been a little unpredictable, so I'm kind of just rolling with the punches and just trying to get through each day. Little by little, though. Progress is being made on all fronts. So yeah, the film will be on its way. I will give a day, like an exact date, when I feel I am like 5 days away from it being, like not, I want whatever's left to just be like these minor touches that I'm just putting in because I'm a weirdo. So once all that's done, and I'm down to those last little, I will give you an exact date. So, but know that when I give you the date, it will probably be like 5 days before I decide to upload it. So yeah, we have that. What else? Oh, and if you do follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I made a little logo for Curly's Creeping Corner. I did it because I kind of want to put a sticker on this. I don't know. Originally I wanted to make this like a book, since this is where I seem to be reading from. It's just easy. I take my iPad everywhere, so it's always on me. So anytime I finally get inspiration to write, or I finally get that burning itch to write, I can just pull this out, or my phone, and they're all connected, so it helps. It makes it really easy. But I kind of want to put like a little thing, a sticker, I don't know, maybe a cover, I don't know. So I designed it, and it looks a little different than the post I ended up uploading it, because after I uploaded it, I saw a few things that I still wanted to fix, and a couple of other stuff. But if you're interested in buying merch, not that I think you would be, but if you would like to even just look at it, or you like the design and you're like, oh, I'm not sure, but that would be kind of neat, I'm gonna put a link to my Redbubble down below, and those products will be up. If you want to take a look. If not, that's okay.
It was mainly because I just wanted to order a sticker with it. But I figured, who knows? I don't know. And lastly, I'm looking to, I don't know if I want this to be like a podcast, but I definitely want to use this as a chance to make my audio storytelling skills a lot better. Really hone in on just the audio of something. So I want to have it available on other platforms, not just the visual, but if you do, follow me on YouTube, you get to have the plus of a visual, which is my face. Sorry. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, I don't know, because part of it is like, make it a podcast, but I'm like, it's only like 10 minutes long, and each episode kind of varies. I can't guarantee that I can make like 20 or 30 minutes of content on a podcast like this. So I just want to have like the stories available at least. If you just happen to be one of those people that just likes listening to somebody tell you a story. So yeah. Because I personally like listening to podcasts about true crime and horror. But most of the podcasts I listen to are like 40 minutes to an hour. So I was like, I don't actually think there would be anybody that would want to listen to that. But I don't know. I don't know what people listen to. I don't know. Because I know I like listening to Cry Reads Creepypasta, and each of those is different. Some of them are like 7 minutes and some of them are like 15 minutes. But he doesn't do visuals, it's just the audio, and it's really cool. So I want to get on that level of storytelling that he's at, because he's like top notch. It's like, it could almost be used for just voice acting. Yeah, but I think I want to get better at the audio part of storytelling, because it's very important in animation, that the audio be just as strong as the animation. So that's what I want to do here. Yeah, sorry. I feel like this one's a little bit longer, so I think I'm going to end this like that. Just know, the film's on the way. It's under wraps. I'm having a little troubleshooting issue, but it's fixable. I think I just, and probably, see, this is, I think what I'm going to have to do is I just have to render out what I have right now, and then re-edit it into the other stuff that needs to get rendered out. I didn't want to do it that way, because I wanted the whole project to kind of get rendered out. But if that's what has to happen, that's what has to happen. And I think I have to I have to export out some of the stuff, some of the layers already animated. Because trying to load up all the layers is a lot on my little laptop. I really need a desktop. I really need a desktop that can handle a film. Because if this is what it's going to do under 3 minutes of pressure, my little laptop ain't gonna cut it. But it's doing the job, and it's getting it done, and I'm figuring it out. It's not impossible. It's just taking a little time. But animation isn't easy. Animation is tedious. But it looks good in the end, so I'm really excited for you guys to see this. And I hope you like the story so far. That's it. If you like these, hit that like button. If you don't, you can hit the thumbs down. It's alright. I'll be a little upset, but it's okay. I'll get over it. If you want to leave a comment, the comments are always really nice to read. Yeah, I love reading your guys' comments and suggestions. If you guys have suggestions for this, by all means, drop them down. Yeah, that's all I got for you. Stay spooky, my friends.